Network Radio. Network Radio.
Yes, you're tuning in to Network Radio. Welcome, people, to the trial episode of Network Radio, the new show, what I am hoping to start running more regular on this channel. So this is a new radio station called Network Radio, which is going to have music, talk show and more, so you guys can comment in at the side of the live stream and we can start debates, we can start conversations, and we can start chats to do with things what are based around the world and stuff what's happening to do with gaming, technology, and just basically stuff happening around the world. So I would like to all say hi to you guys who are tuning in to the radio, if you are tuning in, and I would also like to hope that all you people have an amazing weekend. The weather is supposed to be glorious. It's meant to be sunny all weekend, so hopefully you guys are getting out and about, and if you know of any local events what are happening around your area in town halls, maybe fields, showgrounds, you guys can also comment them in, and maybe we can start a discussion about some local events happening around your area, whether it's music events, maybe festivals, maybe car shows, truck shows. You can obviously join in and get involved. So this is going to be a trial episode, and if it goes okay, then I'm going to turn this into like a podcast series which is going to run once a week. Then if this thing actually lifts and takes off, and we get people commenting in, we get people debating, then obviously we can go ahead and make this a regular thing. But Pro Gaming 1911 says he doesn't know if he's going out this weekend. Maybe some of you guys are just actually hoping to stay in. Maybe you guys don't actually have any plans to go out anywhere. Maybe you just want to curl up, have a takeaway, watch a movie, or maybe you're just a little bit low on the wonga, and maybe you can't afford to go out anywhere, which if this thing does take off and become a bit more of a hit, then maybe something like competitions / giveaways might be something that we might consider doing in the future. But coming up right now on Network Radio, I have another tune for you by Chime and Adam Tellhole. It's a Rob Gasser remix, so hopefully you enjoy. Turn this one up and listen to the banging tune coming right here on the radio station, because I know you guys obviously are going to love this tune. And just before we obviously do get into the tune, hopefully you guys will keep tuning in, because I think this could be something that might actually go somewhere in the future. And if it does, then obviously we can go ahead and make sure it carries on in the future, because I'm already obviously getting quite excited for this. So tune in to this tune.
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, I don't need to go around anymore. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. Forget all the cruise control. Pretend the man you are. Don't you wanna feel
yes, that was a sick tune right there on the radio. Steve Games says tune. He's also watching football. And Pro Gamer 1911 says this is a good tune for Black Ops 3. So let me know, guys, what tunes get you in the mood for Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is sometimes quite a hard game, and a lot of music or something can obviously lose concentration on what you're doing. So maybe you guys have found a tune what you can go ahead and play while playing something like Black Ops 3, or maybe even just any Call of Duty. Any Call of Duty in the world, which brings me to the new Call of Duty, what they're bringing out. They're bringing out Call of Duty World War II, which I think in quite a sort of way, I think this is actually going to be probably a pretty decent Call of Duty. Now, I'm not really a big Call of Duty fan. Call of Duties went downhill for me. They got a bit, sort of repetitive, and they made them too modern in my personal opinion. But I think going back to the World War II, I think this is definitely going to be a good hit for Call of Duty, because I kind of more like war games what just represent the real life war, not where you have all these like sort of futuristic obviously like being able to boost jump, all of that type of stuff. And so Alfie Banks says, am I starting to play Call of Duty? No, I am not starting to play Call of Duty, but Call of Duty is a good game. In my opinion, it did obviously just go downhill for me. If you have anything to say about, if you have anything to say about Call of Duty, then obviously you can comment it in at the side. Pro Gamer again says that he is hyped for the boosts on the ground. You can also comment at the side if you are hyped for the boosts on the ground in Call of Duty. And obviously, if you do want to message me by any other way, you can obviously like our Facebook page at Network Radio. Just search it into Facebook and you will find Network Radio on there. But we're coming to another tune here now. This tune is called Malik Bash, and Malik Bash is obviously the producer of the song, and the song is called Ghosts. So you should definitely tune into this song, because I believe this song is going to be a good one. Not a tune I've necessarily really played before, but I still think it could potentially be a little bit of a hit. So we're going to get that tune started for you in just a minute there, and we will obviously get things going down. But if you do obviously want to go ahead and keep commenting in at the side, you can obviously go ahead and comment at the side if you do have anything that you would like to say within the live chat. And we can obviously get things going. We can obviously get things going here on Network Radio. So let's get this tune going for you guys. Hopefully you will you will obviously enjoy this tune, and it should be a good one for you. So we'll just get it underway here in a second, and here we go. Yes, guys, it is West Ham and Tottenham tonight, boys. They are playing a round of football, obviously. And Steve Games says that he has put a bet on Tottenham to win. You can also comment at the comment section at the side, obviously, who you would want to see win that game of football. Or maybe they're just not your type of teams. In the first place, maybe you prefer to watch a different football game, or maybe you prefer a different round of sports. That is up to you, but you can comment at the side. You can go down to the comment section and comment what you like, ask questions, start a debate about anything.
You're tuning in to Network Radio.
So yeah, guys, it looks like it's going to be quite sunny for the weekend. Like I said before, if you were tuned in, it's been sunny all day actually. I've really enjoyed the weather. It's been a little bit windy, but at the same time, when you've been in the sun, it's been really warm and it's been really nice. And obviously I'm into a lot of clubbing and beach partying, so the warm weather is obviously what I pray for. I like it when it's warm weather and you can be outside in a t-shirt and you can just be obviously going ahead and, you know, enjoying your weekend to the full, which is, you know, obviously what, you know, we like to see. Obviously it gets boring if it's always cold and wet. You can't go outside or do anything. You feel like you're stuck to being inside, and if you go outside, obviously you're going to go ahead and get wet. And obviously it just ruins the whole atmosphere. But obviously to water the plants and the potatoes, the UK obviously has to have the unfortunate rain, which, like I say, is a little bit of a bugbear. But, you know, sometimes you obviously just have to go ahead and, you know, deal with it, because these things go ahead and happen. So, you know, that is the way we go and the way we get things done. So Steve says he thinks that Tottenham will win 3-0 with Harry Kane to score first. So he thinks in the West Ham and Tottenham game tonight, he thinks that Harry Kane is going to get the first goal, but he also thinks that they're going to win 3-0, which, you know, if they do win 3-0, Steve, then, you know, good luck to you, and you've obviously made a pretty decent prediction, which, you know, it's not always easy to, you know, predict things or get things exactly right, but, you know, if you do end up managing to get it right, then obviously go ahead and, you know, keep thinking that they will get that goal, and you will get it right. So if you guys do have anywhere you know of where there's any events this weekend, anything happening, car shows, anything like that, you know, music festivals, you know, anything happening, you can go ahead and put them in the, you know, comment section at the side. Steve Games also says Tottenham are on a decent run. So Tottenham are on a decent run. They are doing well at the moment, and hopefully they are going to win this game tonight, because if they win this game tonight, obviously that means they're going to be doing even more better than what they are doing. He put £10 on it and he wins £900. So if Tottenham win this game 3-0, just like Steve Games predicts, then they're going to win 900. He's going to win £900, sorry, and, you know, obviously that will be good for him, because that means he's got a little, well, not just a little, but he's basically got a lot of Wonga in his back pocket, which is, you know, obviously what you need. So we're going to have another tune here now on the radio. We've actually got Alan Walker and Faded. This is an absolute monster. It's obviously a monster of a tune, but there is an advert first. Alright, here we go, guys. Get ready for this tune to come in. And we have a buffering error with the tune. So the tune is basically in error, guys. So when we do this as a proper, you know, as in like properly starting the series, I'm gonna obviously be a little bit more, you know, to get this right, if that makes sense, rather than, you know, going ahead and getting it all wrong with these cuts and adverts in. But we're just trying this out. But yeah, there was just a little bit of buffering, but we're back now. Okay guys, so we have Jay Plays Games says this is cool. He also asks how do you do this? Well, I simply made a picture on the internet. I got a picture what said radio. I used a website called addtext.com, which I added the network above and the talk show music plus more. And basically I then live stream Share Factory on the PlayStation 4, and I then use my laptop for reading the stream comments, and I also play the music on there. So we are about halfway through this trial episode now. We've been going about half an hour, I believe, judging by the clock in the network radio studio. And it's been a good half an hour. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, but it is a trial episode. We're only obviously trialing this out, which obviously, you know, means if it goes wrong, it doesn't matter as much because we're only trialing. And then if we start this for real, which I think I'm obviously going to do, it gives me an idea and, you know, sort of perspective on exactly where we need to improve, how we need to make things a little bit better, and obviously, you know, that makes us do this whole network radio podcasting series a whole lot better.
You're tuning in to Network Radio.
So if you are tuning in, the only way to tune in is to obviously watch the YouTube live stream, but you can watch it on your phone, tablet, laptop, the YouTube on your Xbox, or the YouTube on your PlayStation 4, and that basically obviously means that you have a few different devices what you can go ahead and obviously watch your you know, go ahead and watch your you know, watch this live stream on, which is obviously quite good. So now we're going to go to another tune here, which is obviously called Invincible. It is by Diof Kev, and he's put it as the non-copyrighted sounds release. So hopefully you can tune into this one, and basically you hopefully will enjoy this tune. Just make sure that there is obviously no adverts this time, which there is, so the advert's just going to play through, no sound, and here we
So we
go.
decided to make an advertisement. But when we started working on it, we realized that we
Invincible.
Yes, that was Invincible here on Network Radio. What an amazing tune. Just the different sounds and noises in that song was just incredible. By the way, guys, if you are looking at starting up your own YouTube channel, you can go ahead and use that song for yourself. It's really good. I have heard it in other people's YouTube channels before, which is, you know, obviously the best thing and basically what you want. So, you know, obviously if you are looking to start up your own YouTube channel, maybe for gaming or just something what's necessarily going to, you know, go ahead and have a, you know, have an intro, you know, is basically gonna, you know, involve an intro, then you might want to try searching up the non-copyrighted sounds YouTube channel, and you might actually go ahead and find a decent song what you are basically going ahead and looking for. So in just a moment I am going to go ahead and give you a weather update directly from the BBC, so shout out to the BBC. And for Friday, which is now from now coming up until the night, it's going to be dry, but it's going to be pretty cloudy with a, you know, sort of temperature of 9 degrees around the sort of, you know, sort of midnight time. It's currently 11 degrees Celsius at the moment, and it's due to be around that temperature round about 8 o'clock tonight when we obviously go ahead and end this show. Saturday it's going to be around 17 degrees, then coming into the night it's going to drop down to 8 degrees, so it is obviously going to get colder in the night. And then the same on Sunday, it's going to stay at 18 degrees in the day, but then it's going to drop back down to a 7 in the night, and that's the same for Monday and Tuesday. It's going to drop back down to 7. That is kind of roughly round the London area, so if you do look round the London area then obviously, you know, that's alright. For the UK, overnight it's going to be mostly settled all through. Some patchy rain in the south, so down south there actually could be some patchy rain. If you are down the south area, you might just, you know, in the middle of the night, you might just see a little bit of patchy rain here, there, but probably nothing to get too worried about. You know, you're probably going to be sleeping peacefully like a baby around that time.
You're tuning in to Network Radio.
So yeah, that was the weather, guys. That was the weather. We have another song coming up in a moment from Michelle White, All Eyes on Me. Absolutely amazing tune. Michelle White is a really good artist in the music industry. And if you guys do want to follow her on SoundCloud, you can go to SoundCloud, type in Michelle White. She will come up and she will have some of her tunes on there for you to listen to.
You know what your mates really want to see when they're battling against the rain and fighting with an umbrella? Photos of you making the most of the sun on holiday. You should probably video it for them too and share it online. Take your home plan abroad on Pay Monthly with Vodafone, the UK's best network for roaming. Vodafone, power to you.
Minimum term agreements and credit check apply. 40 destinations at no extra charge. 60 at £5 per day. Destinations, charges and verification at vodafone.co.uk/roaming.
We have buffering, guys.
Okay.
That was Michelle White, All Eyes on Me. I do apologise about the buffering, guys. That is 100% not going to happen if we start this as a proper series, which I am, thinking about doing this. I am actually quite enjoying myself. But when we do come to the real episode, the, kind of like the proper episode one, then I'm going to go ahead and have some songs pre-downloaded, which I am then going to use a music program for kind of like mixing, but I'm just going to be using it to play the music, and I'm going to be looking into more of a different variety of music and songs that I will obviously be going ahead and playing. So that should be something quite interesting to look forward to. So we have 15 minutes left of the trial program. I just want to ask you guys, whether you enjoyed it or not. Hopefully you did. This might not seem like something decent now, but maybe in a couple of weeks' time, when we've got this going, when I've got a bit more better at doing it, when we have more of a plan, I think it will go ahead and be something a little bit more better. But guys, you've got to give these things a try. There's no point, there's no point giving up when you can give it a try for a bit, and then if it doesn't work, then it's just simply something we won't do. If it doesn't work, let me know if you want me to give out the weather from the BBC in this like new radio show. If you like hearing about the weather, or you'd rather me not say about the weather. It's obviously completely up to you, and you can go ahead and decide exactly what you want to see. This show can be based more around you. You've just got to rely on putting it in that comment section, the live chat at the side.
You're tuning in to Network Radio.
So Network Radio was an idea what brainstormed in me yesterday. I've always been interested in kind of like music and how it works, and how radio stations work. I've always wanted to do one myself, as in a proper sort of like radio station what you can listen to in your car type thing, or you can listen to basically anywhere on any device, like FM, digital and online, that type of thing. But you've got to have all these different licenses, and I think maybe one day I will probably consider going in for like a license to host like radio shows, or if not host one, probably at least work in one. It doesn't really matter about what type of music it plays as such, as long as I'm there like on the radio doing obviously what I enjoy doing. So obviously if we can keep this up and keep this going by you commenting in that live chat, then it will go ahead and it will more than likely help me and make me want to do this more kind of like regular, rather than sort of just every now and again. But now we are going to play you another tune here called Four Eyes, and it is the Psycho non-copy sound non-copyright sound release, so stay tuned.
Hey Britain, listen up. EE gives you 4G in more places than any other UK network. That's why it's the best choice for the new Samsung Galaxy S8. Catch your favorite shows on the Epic Infinity display on the go. What are you waiting for? Get it today and get a new Samsung every 12 months with EE annual upgrade. On EE, your Galaxy has no boundaries. Looks like Great Britain just got a whole lot greater.
Annual upgrade dependent on eligible device and price plan. Minimum term applies. RootMetrics UK 4G comparison of 4 mobile networks. July to December 2016. See ee.co.uk for further details.
How did you do that? How did you do that?
Did you think it was...
An amazing tune there by Four Eyes Psycho. I wonder if they wear glasses too. I wonder if they wear glasses with them being called Four Eyes. Nah, I'm sorry guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop right there before I get myself into anything any deeper. But guys, hopefully in future episodes, if this does go ahead, then we are going to try and get some special guests on onto the show and see if we can have them, musicians, Park Drive actors, anything really what you want to see on the radio show. You can obviously comment down at the side, but we are coming in to the end of Network Radio, the trial episode. We are coming up to the last sort of 6-7 minutes, so hopefully you guys have an absolutely amazing weekend. The sun is going to be shining. Like I say, it's going to be quite cloudy. It's going to be quite warm actually. It's not going to be as cold as you think. It's obviously going to be colder at night than it is in the day. There is a little bit of wind about. The trees are moving, the trees are blowing. As you can see there. Hopefully you also tune into my other series called Park Drive Drama. We've just obviously gone ahead and done 76 episodes with a lot of amazing drama from me. All the other actors, I'd also like to say a huge shout out to all the other actors who obviously play or have played in the Park Drive Drama series. I'm going to leave you with this one last tune before we go ahead and end this, and this is AXOL and the Tech Thieves, and this is called Bleed. An amazing tune, so tune in and lock down to this before we end the show.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed.
The buffering fight's on.
Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. As I breathe for you, cry for you, let me as I breathe for you, cry for all of the pain seems to follow like a shadow dark and cold to the touch.